Hey everyone, today we're here working on a 2014 Chrysler Town & Country. Customer brought it in for three things: oil change, tire rotation, and we've got something going on with the brakes. So we got it up on the hoist right now. We're going to start out by draining the oil. So we got our 13 millimeter socket and wrench on here. We're going to undo the drain plug and we're going to let the oil drain out of here. The filter on this one happens to be up on top of the car. We'll take care of that when we let it back down. So make sure you got a nice pan to drain your oil into. We're also going to do something that's new to our shop right now, is we just started doing digital inspections. And we're going to do a digital inspection on this car. We're going to check the lights, we're going to check all the fluids, we're going to check his brakes, his tires. I think he's got a little, if you get the camera here, we got a little transmission leak going on right here. We're going to figure out what's going on with that as well. So let's let this oil drain out. So we located his transmission leak. These transmission cooling lines up here are leaking. So he's gonna have to replace the transmission cooling lines, and then we'll clean up all this fluid that's drained down here and put new fluid in. Okay, so we're done draining out oil. I'm just gonna make sure the oil drain plug's nice and snug. I'm gonna clean any oil that's left right here off around the drain plug real good, and that part's all done. Okay, so we're gonna raise up his vehicle now. We're gonna check his brakes and we're gonna rotate his tires. We're working with this Hunter rack, and it's got these air jacks that make it real easy to lift the vehicle. Okay, so we're gonna let it down now at a height we can work on. We're gonna pull all the wheels off and we're gonna rotate his tires. Okay, so we're taking off the tires. We take our lug nuts off. We use cordless impacts here. So I'm just gonna spin all 5 of these lug nuts off of here. I'm gonna pull this wheel off, and then we're gonna rotate the tires. And the way we're gonna rotate the tires is we're gonna bring the 2 back tires and we're gonna cross them in the rear, and we're gonna bring the 2 front tires forward. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so one of the things we're doing when we have the wheels off is we're gonna check the brakes. And if you notice, this brake pad right here is grinding into the rotor right here. So this car is gonna need calipers, pads, and rotors in the rear. Also, we have our digital inspection tablet. I'm gonna take a picture of this. I'm gonna send it to the customer as well. So I'm gonna snap a picture of this. That'll save it to our inspection report, and I'll be able to send this right to the customer. This is a very new feature that we have, and it's great when we do these inspections. People can actually see now what's wrong with their car. So we're here using our new Bartec tire pressure scanner, and what we're going to do is we're going to check the tread depth of this tire at 3 different places across the tire. And this tire is actually bad. As you can see, this little bar that goes across the tire right here, that's our tire wear bar, and every one of these tires is down to the wear bar. So this tire right here will have to be replaced. We're also checking our tire pressure sensor. We're scanning it right now, and it's going to give us a reading whether it's good or bad, and it'll also load into our software as well. Okay, now that we have all of our tires read, we're going to go ahead and send the information via Bluetooth back to our computer, and we're going to print this report out for the customer, and we're going to hand it to them when we're all done. Okay, so we're going to change the oil filter on this car. The oil filter is right down here. We're going to get an extension with a special socket. We're going to remove our air cleaner, which is right underneath here, tip it out of the way. We'll be able to get this right down on here, unscrew it, and get the oil filter out. Okay, so we got our oil filter out. It takes a Pennzoil, that's what we use, a PZ184. That's the oil filter we've pulled out of the car. This is the filter we're going to put back in. We're going to go ahead and screw that adapter back on with the filter in it, put our air filter back on, and then we're ready to put the oil in. Okay, so we're putting the oil in. There's a cap we take off right here. Dump our oil in right here. This car happens to take 6 quarts of oil. So we've got our handy dispensing tool here. We're gonna end up putting 6 quarts of oil in this thing. And then we're gonna start it up and check the oil. And then when we're done, we're gonna go ahead and reset the oil life. And then we're gonna also put in a lube sticker. Okay, now that we got the car started up and running, we've gone ahead and we've topped off our washer fluid. We've checked our power steering fluid and it's okay. Our coolant was good and it's below the temperature for winter, and our brake fluid was okay as well. Okay, so we shut the car off, we pulled out our dipstick, and as you can see, our oil is right up to the safe zone. So it's full, it's all topped off and ready to go. So now we're just gonna put the lube sticker in it, and then we're gonna go ahead and reset the oil life. Okay, so we're back in the office. We're finishing up our repair order on the car we just serviced. We need to print our lube sticker right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And it's gonna set the lube sticker at about 3,000 miles. And it's also gonna set up a reminder for the customer's next oil change. So when he comes in, we'll try to set an appointment up for him for his next service as well. We're gonna talk to him about his brakes that he needs, and his tires and his transmission lines that need replaced. Thanks for watching our YouTube video today. Hopefully we'll have many more of these to come. Look for them in the future. Chloe is my producer, and we're gonna be putting these out hopefully on a weekly basis.